People of a certain age remember the Jetsons and their flying car. That was over 50 years ago. I want to introduce you to somebody who has a plan to turn that dream into a reality. I'm looking at this thing, this Leo flight. I want one.
Sure.
Where did this idea come from?
It's a long-held thing for me. I've always wanted to have like a personal jetpack or a flying car or something like that you can just step outside, get in your own vehicle, take off into the air and go where you want to go and come back the same way. And I think that's the dream of a lot of people ever since probably even before the Jetsons.
Back in 2021, inventor Pete Bitar teamed up with Carlos Salas.
Meet Carlos Salas. He dreamed of building spaceships and cars of the future. Today, he creates supercars. Meet Pete Bitar, a pilot, an inventor of revolutionary flight technology.
Together, they formed Leo Flight. In this warehouse near Pendleton, Indiana, they are navigating toward what they believe will be a revolution in transportation.
Explain to me a little bit of what I'm seeing here.
This is the Lx1 propulsion prototype. This has flown about 100 times or so, and we've always tethered it to the ground, but it's gotten up to 15 feet or so. We have flown it with a person in it and without many times. And I've actually flown in it. It's actually picked me up and flown me around a little bit. So we have roughly 196 to be exact, electric jets flying this aircraft right now. And we will have the ability then to fly with massive redundancy. We could lose up to 30% of the engines and still fly. We have rear thrusters in the back. There's only 2 here on this demonstrator. We'll have 6 in the final design that will allow us to accelerate forward to speeds of up to 200 miles an hour and for a range of about 250 miles.
And it can fly as high as 6,000 feet in the air. By 2025, they plan to begin selling the Leo Solo. That's an ultralight airplane built with the technology they will use for the Leo Coupe, their flying car. They will build the flying cars in Indiana and start selling the Leo Coupe in 2027.
So to cost, it's $459,900. It's about the same price as a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. We're hoping to get to a point where we're making 2,000 units a year.
Is it practical? Could I fly this from my house to downtown Indianapolis to an office?
Well, the beauty is our clustered electric jet propulsion system allows complete encapsulation of our propulsors. So we could literally land basically between 2 vehicles.
To advance the planning process, they pair this rough plywood model with virtual reality headsets, allowing the design team to work together, even though they're scattered across the country.
We get that physical and virtual experience at the same time and can do actual interior design work, which is exciting stuff. And honestly, the pilot and passenger experience in the Leo Coupe is just critical to what we think is going to be the success of this program. But this whole program is a few $1,000s, whereas if we were to build sort of a full-scale mock-up and then have to tweak it and everything, it could cost $1 million to do something like that.
Pete and his partners believe we've reached a tipping point and that the science fiction vision of a compact, personal flying car is finally within reach.
We're hoping to have the Leo Coupe in testing by the summer of 2026 in full flight testing and available for sale in early 2027. So we're not that far away.
So maybe you can finally own that Jetson flying car, only it'll be called the Leo Coupe. Start saving your pennies. Maybe you can be one of the first to fly this $460,000 dream. For Great Day TV, I'm Steve Sweitzer.